Okay, this is my trip to SeaWorld. Quite recently, I was having a conversation with someone on Instagram about animals in captivity, in particular whales and dolphins. I asked if they'd ever seen one in captivity, and they said no, absolutely not. To which I said, I actually have. I've been to SeaWorld. That's what this video is about. In 2013, I went to America by myself, just traveling, wanted to see what it was like. Spent most of my time in the California area, like San Francisco, LA, and I also went to San Diego. San Diego is a beautiful city. Absolutely loved it. Spent 2 weeks there. In my time there, I went to SeaWorld. The reason I went, I wanted to see what it was like. I wasn't expecting to enjoy it. I wanted to have an opinion. I wanted to have a voice. When I first arrived, the first thing I saw was some dolphins in a swimming pool playing with a ball. I spent the whole day there. I saw turtles trying to climb out of this tiny pool, and I spent a bit of time with the sharks. This was before I'd seen a shark in the wild, so this is before I do all my shark stuff. I watched them swimming around their tank for 2 hours in the same pattern. I asked the lady there why she thought they were doing that, and her response to me was that it's easy for us to put our human emotions into an animal. I was trying to imply that these animals were bored, and she was telling me that they're not. At that point, I was no shark expert, but I could definitely tell you those sharks were bored. And then came the thing that SeaWorld are most well known for, is their shows. First up was the dolphin show, which featured a pilot whale. Pilot whales are massive. There was also some exotic birds flying around. The whole show is very spectacular. There's a lot of big jumps, and the crowd obviously are loving it. I was not loving it. In fact, to be honest with you, I cried. There was a line from a film that came to me while I was watching it, and it was then the caption that I put with the photo that I posted about it that day. It's from the film King Kong, and it's something like this. There's still some mystery in this world, and we can all have a piece of it for the price of an admission ticket. I didn't say it so well. He'll say it better.
He was right. About there still being some mystery left in this world, and we can all have a piece of it for the price of an admission ticket.
It didn't feel good. I didn't enjoy it. I didn't like it. Straight after that was the orca show. When walking into the auditorium, it's huge. The auditorium is massive. And when I first walked in, I noticed a mother and calf swimming around in the performance area of the pool. It was a very peaceful scene. It felt very relaxed. I can even remember what music was playing. The thing that I found quite incredible was that here's an animal that is a huge top predator in the ocean, and that's including the great white shark. It's a level of intelligence that we can't... Scientists say that the killer whale has a part of its brain that humans don't have. Like, this is an intelligent animal. And yet, here it is obeying commands for food and doing tricks for our entertainment. Nothing about that feels right. Nothing about that feels normal and natural. That's not an okay thing to be doing with one of the most intelligent animals on the planet. So I sat with this group of people being amazed and wowed. Don't get me wrong, the tricks are impressive. For a killer whale to do a backflip the way that they do in synchronization with each other, that's impressive. But nothing about the overall show is impressive. Nothing about when you take a step back and look at what's actually happening here makes you feel, wow, that this is amazing. You feel like you might be learning something because they talk about certain facts and things about the wild as they're doing it, which makes you feel like you're learning something. But actually, you're not, because they're telling you things like they live in big pods and big families, and you know that this isn't a family in front of you. This is a group that have been put together. So I left SeaWorld feeling frustrated, angry, sad, confused by the whole thing. 3 days later, I went for a long walk to a place called Sunset Cliffs. Stunning part of the world just above San Diego. Took me about 2 hours to walk there. It's called Sunset Cliffs for a reason. It's one of the best places to see the sunset, and people turn up in their hundreds to watch it. In fact, when the sun starts to disappear behind the horizon, people are cheering like it's an event. While I was there, just before the sun went down, I saw a group of dolphins, a pod of dolphins, way out to sea. I think they might have been hunting. I managed to take a photo on my 2013 iPhone, which was not very good. I managed to get a photo of a dolphin jumping in the sunset. Again, I can remember what music was playing. It was this. That moment was so special. Remember that my shark stuff hadn't happened yet, right? The whole nature side of my life was still just a thing that I watched on TV. But in that moment, having spent a whole day at SeaWorld and now this 20-30 seconds watching these wild ones and managing to get a photo of it, that moment was 10,000 times more special than anything I experienced at SeaWorld. I felt more connected to nature in that moment than I could have done a whole week at SeaWorld. Seeing these animals in captivity is nothing compared to seeing a glimpse, a glimmer of them in the wild. If you go to the zoo and you see a lion, to me, that's not a real lion. What you're seeing there isn't a lion portraying its real behavior, its real personality, its real characteristics. The only way you can do that is to see it in the wild. And it was exactly the same with those dolphins and the killer whales. It wasn't the real thing. Why am I telling you this? It's because very soon I will see the real thing, and I'm going to talk about that on my next video. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, see you very soon.